Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What's good, y'all? What is up? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Y'all know who it is, your favorite Carolinians. Big Dre, Big Reg, we back. Another week, another episode. Unapologetic, the fucking podcast. So, what's good with you, man?
Man, coolin', dog. Just been working, man. Working, counting down the days. Been on my workout regimen, man. Been going hard at that, man. Seeing big results, man. Dropping pounds. Actually got in on the hardwood today, man, and played a few games, dog. So, going on. I ain't do as bad as I thought, man. I actually did pretty well, man. What about, I played 3 games. I had 2 points in each game. That's all right with me. The game to 11, I'll take it.
Yeah, I play. I try to get out there every Tuesday and Thursday, and
right. Okay.
Just to play, but like you said, just like dropping the weight and everything, and since Thanksgiving, I dropped about, I want to say like 26 pounds, but I feel that shit on the court. Like, I feel it.
Feel lighter?
Oh yeah, but getting pushed around too, like that like not how I used, like I felt like, cause cause I'm kind of like solid and stocky, but I could, cause being that I'm 5'6", motherfuckers, they automatically think I'm just gonna take him to the paint. You know what I'm saying? But it's more to that, because motherfucker has to have. You just don't put nobody in the block and don't have a post game. Just think because you got outside. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm just like that shit weigh on me like motherfucker. I'm like tired and shit. Motherfuckers want to lean on you and try to push you around. I'm just like, I feel that shit now. I feel the difference. But yeah, man. But I mean, as far as the workout shit, I did. For some reason, I did legs twice last week. Nigga, I paid for it all weekend.
I bet.
You talking about sitting up, getting down, walking up steps, back down steps, like all that shit. I just climbing out the bed, like nigga.
I bet, bro.
And when I say legs, I actually squatted. I squatted twice last week, man. I won't do that shit again.
Yeah.
Not for the first time getting back on legs anyway.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, but outside of that, man, everything's lovely. Enjoying, life as always, man. I'm just trying to, stay out the way, out of trouble. That shit is easy to find these days, and stay out these streets too. Limited my going out time. All that shit, man. Ain't nothing out there but trouble and spending money. See, like every time you leave the house, it's $150 out your pocket already.
Well, what you talking about? I can't stand.
No, me neither. And why January seems like it's always so fucking long?
Facts.
I mean, tomorrow will be February, but I mean, just to think about it feel like this January was extra extended for some reason.
No, I agree.
But to move on, before we get started, man, I just want to give condolences to the 3 National Guard, Army reservists that lost their lives this past week, in what they call a drone attack. But William Rivers, Breonna Moffitt, and Kennedy Sanders, all from Georgia. One from Carrollton, Georgia, one from Savannah, one from Waycross. Hate to hear about it. Condolences to their family, loved ones, everybody affected. I mean, it's just an unfortunate, tragic event, and they were actually sleeping in their quarters at the time. So, I mean, as much as we like to think about, we only like to think about them, but when you deploy, it's always a possibility that you're never going to come back home. And, that when it comes to reality, I mean, it's like, damn,
Yeah, it's rough, man. R.I.P. to them, man. And all families affected, man. Send out condolences and our love to you.
Yeah, man. But I'm not going to talk about anything else. We can get to all the other stuff later, I guess. You know what time it is, though. Playoffs, conference championships.
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, you know what, man? Stephen A. Smith said it best, man. Well, no, I won't call it a choke job. I'll call it a meltdown.
Okay.
I'll call it a meltdown, right? And maybe that's just because I got a place in my heart for the young blood, Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is, but they just didn't show up to play.
Right.
A lot of mental errors, man. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't know what he thought or what he saw exactly, but based on some of the pictures that I've seen, still pictures that I've seen, he had. I'm just gonna talk about Lamar for now. He had plenty of lanes to run, man.
Okay.
He had plenty of lanes to run, and for whatever reason, he decided to stay in the pocket. And everybody in the whole world knows that in order for him to be effective, he got to move, man.
Right.
And he just didn't do that. Then you think about Zay Flowers, some of the miscues that he had, penalties, cutting his hand open and things like that. It's just, man, I get it. He's a young man. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's young and just, they just had a meltdown, man. Hats off to the Chiefs for executing their plan to damn near perfection. Can't say enough of it.
You can't. Baltimore basically played into their hand.
Yeah.
I fail to believe that the game plan was to turn for Baltimore, for Jim Harbaugh. The game plan was to turn Lamar into a passer.
To a pocket passer.
Yeah, to a pocket passer. Like, I fail to believe. That's not what you want to do against that Kansas City. With Lamar, with a weapon like Lamar, probably the ultimate weapon in the NFL. You want to use every one of those, at your disposal. Like, hey, we're gonna run it, we're gonna pass it, we're gonna shovel pass it, we're gonna RPO, we're gonna fuck their heads up.
Right. And I think they just again he got rattled. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know how in the hell. First of all, they definitely got out coached.
Yeah, they did.
They definitely got out coached.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the hell didn't put Travis motherfucking Kelce on the damn board, the big red motherfucking circle around it, and an X followed by an X in between that motherfucker.
Right.
But for him to do he did, man, it's like, all right, because what do you have, 8, 4, and 11 or something? Like, and why you say, he had 11 catches, 400 and some odd, is he the best tight end in the game? Yeah. But damn, you don't blanket him, you don't do nothing, he still find ways to be one-on-one. How is that so? Make somebody else beat you, because if you let him beat you or you force him to beat you, he will.
Right. And I would rather go with that than given the issues that their wide receivers had all year. You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to show me. He's gonna have to beat me versus Travis Kelce. I'm not giving him the light of day to beat me. So guess what? MDS, you're gonna have to beat me. He's gonna have to beat me. You Butterfingers, you're gonna have to beat me.
Hey, what's the boy's name on Lil John? Brad, Tad, and Hot Hands?
Yeah.
That's who gonna have to beat me. That's who gonna have to beat me. Not Icebox. Goddamn, don't give it an Icebox.
Yeah. No.
Damn.
No.
Yeah, man. Just total.
you know he a killer, and you basically come on in. You're supposed to make it hard on the killer. You just don't give up and surrender.
All right. So what does that say about what are we saying about Pat Mahomes now, man? Six times in the playoffs, 6 times the AFC Championship. What are we saying?
You got to put his name in there.
What are we saying, bro? And based on how they looked mid-season, going into the end of the season, what are we saying?
And against my better wishes or better thinking, I went against him last week, which I just felt like Baltimore had a little more. The week before, I said there's no way I could bet against Patrick Mahomes, but he's shown it and he do it. He finds a way.
I bet against the motherfucker 2 weeks in a row. and I don't know if I can do it for a third. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, you at this point in time, I mean, you have to give him the benefit of the doubt almost. Damn near just off of GP. Because even when he's not playing his best game, he finds a way. He don't lose the game. He'll turn it into just like that Baltimore game, turn it into a game of field position because they wasn't scoring in the second half. Baltimore only gave up 3 points in the second half, but he played a game to where there was no turnovers. There was no almost turnover. It was what he played within the constructs of what they needed to do. Our defense is playing good. They're not scoring our defense. So guess what? If they offense ain't scoring, our offense ain't scoring, we fine. I just don't have to. I don't have to turn the ball over. And guess what? Baltimore did turn the ball over. They came unglued at the seams. Penalties. Even the OGs on their team, Jadeveon Clowney, big penalty on Pat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just things like that did not happen on Kansas City side. And add that in with the Mahomes effect, he's gonna make something happen on the plays that something need to happen, and recipe for success for them, a recipe for disaster for the Baltimore Ravens.
That's exactly what happened, brother.
But congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. And like you said, Patrick Mahomes, people are talking about, I can't put his name in there. I can't do this. I can't do that. Tom Brady had to do XYZ before we even put him in the same category with Joe Montana. But the thing is, we're talking about when this guy became a starter, he has done nothing less than go to the AFC Championship. It's hard to go against that and say this man ain't one of the greats or the greatest already.
Hey, motherfuckers on ESPN already crowned him. Fuck the rings. They already crowned him.
Yeah.
Just saying.
His name is definitely there. And the comparisons ain't there. He's in a league of his own right now. As far as in the rest of the quarterbacks in this league, it's Patrick Mahomes, and then you have another tier.
It's Patrick Mahomes in the field.
Yeah.
That's it.
You can separate all them other motherfuckers from each other how you want to, them tiers, but he's on the tier by himself. That's it. Let's move on to the NFC.
All right.
Everybody should know, but for those that don't, San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco is my team.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I went through probably about 10 to 15 different emotions and feelings and everything. But I didn't turn the TV. There's times and there's games I've cut a Tar Heel game off before.
Yeah.
I was so disgusted by what I've seen, and to say I was disgusted by I wasn't would be a lie, because I was definitely disgusted. Did I think that the game was going to end out the way it did? No. because of what I said the previous week. Up until that Green Bay game, Kyle Shanahan was 0-30. Now he's now he's 2-30. But making progress. But I mean, just us coming back, has never been the biggest thing. But I always felt like, I just kept saying like, man, one play. We just need one play, and we didn't get that play. Second half, that one play started to happen. Right. One play here, one play there. What really changed my level of whatever I had going on was that Jamar Gibbs fumble.
Okay.
Because I think at that time we were down 7. We had came out, I think scored a field goal, then scored a touchdown or something. It was something, but we ended up scoring 27 unanswered points in the second half, which was big. But a lot of people want to point out the drops and this stuff and that, but like I know these things happen in the games. They're going to be miscues on either team. I'm not going to ride the whole rigged train. That's what you will not believe how many texts, how many DMs, and the NFL is rigged and this don't happen. Nobody drops these many passes, these passes. I mean, it doesn't happen as often though, but we've seen things happen in these games. But hats off to my team. Hats off to the Detroit Lions. I mean, well fought game. One question I do have for you, because I'm really not feeling Steve Wilkes. I'm not. I don't know what game plan he had going on in that first half, as far as with the defense. What did you see difference with the defense? Of course, well, outside of the pressure that Goff got, and now he's moving and he's less accurate when he moves, like we talked about. But what did you see differently from your eyes in the defense from the first half to the second half?
Well, I don't think it was any difference in the scheme. Honestly, it really wasn't. I think it was more pressure. I mean, you all got more pressure on Goff.
Yeah.
The thing about it is again, like what I've been saying and what I know. First of all, hats off to the 49ers for coming back. Hell of a comeback. That's a team that knows how to win. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between a team that knows how to win and a team that doesn't, in my opinion. You guys handled y'all business. Y'all were at home. Y'all caught the momentum. Y'all keyed in on their mistakes, because that's how y'all won the game, off their mistakes, right? It wasn't anything special. It wasn't anything. They lost the game, right? Like they lost the game. So I think in the second half, like once that happened, man, y'all able to get into y'all groove, y'all able to do the things that y'all do. Shit, it was over.
Yeah.
So I don't, but defensively, as far as like schematically, like I didn't see anything different between the first half and the second half. Look, man, first half coming out. The things that they did offensively, the game plan that they had offensively, they executed. Mm-hmm. They executed. That's it. They executed. They knew that at the end of the day, y'all couldn't guard them.
Right.
Like I said last week, and it's not a knock on San Francisco. Well, I think that's the weaker part of the team. But again, that's a tough bunch to guard, man. Yeah. And they knew it. And they, like I said, they executed the first half, right? Second half came around. Hey, miscues, going the wrong way on handoffs, dropping balls and shit like that. Hey, a good team is gonna make you pay that, and that's what happened. Honestly, dog. So I will be proud. If I was you, I would be proud of the comeback. I really would. I
am, absolutely.
Yeah. For that, if a team is gonna give it to you, put that shit on the platter, you better eat that motherfucker, right? Mm-hmm. But I will say, coaching, decision making, drop balls, miscues, they gave y'all the damn game.
I will not.
They did.
I would not
They
disagree.
fucking they let you off the hook.
They did. I mean, and listen, I will. That's one thing I would not debate. I will not say isn't wrong, because just like the week before when I said we should have lost that game, I felt the same way about this. I mean, I you can have the whole debate. Is it harder to maintain the lead, or is it harder to come back? I mean,
At home,
right,
it's much easier. And like I said, man, there's more seasoned players,
right,
and then and then we have to talk about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy made the plays that he was supposed to make in the second half. Right? He really did. He made the plays that he was. I'm not on the train. I'm not drinking Kool-Aid just yet. I still think he'll fuck up a wet dream, but he did do what he was supposed to do. And then you got McCaffrey and Debo did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
All around. Once y'all got into the groove and was able to do the things that y'all want to do, if anything, the offensive scheme changed in the second half.
You think?
I think so. And the reason why at the end of the day, it was more so like when you're playing from behind, you can't go, you can't go. How can I explain it? I feel like in the first half, y'all were. I mean, they punched them out. Yeah. So it was a lot more drop backs. It was a lot more trying to catch up. They was putting McCaffrey on his ass. Like, all right, cool. But now you can do that. You can get that 1-2 where they're being aggressive. Now they're being aggressive in the second half. So now you can do some play action. Now you can run some stretch plays. Now you can hit Debo on the side because that they're playing aggressive or they're playing off. One of the two. You know what I mean? You know what's coming. So I think that's what changed. And obviously Brock using his legs. Yeah. Right? So hats off to y'all for well executed second half, man.
Yeah, I felt like the play calling stayed the same because I felt like it was just patience there. And that was one of the things that just I was like, okay, we're gonna have to turn this up somewhere here or there. But it was just like, to me, stay the course. And of course, with those mistakes, adding into it, I mean, and of course, getting Golf out the pocket, making him scramble, use his legs. His accuracy goes from 92 to a 67 in Madden or whatever. I don't know, but but
throwing dirt balls.
Yeah. But excellent game plan. Well, comeback at that, and just, I mean, it was just a lot of things I looked at it. I mean, like, to me, the effort in the first half was just horrendous. I know everybody's pointing out Chase Young, but it was more to me than Chase Young. I don't know how much stock or whatever I believe in the whole Chase Young could be benched during the Super Bowl. I don't know. I feel like he's been invisible for the last I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks, you ask me. But I mean,
well, compared to what people thought,
right?
Here's the thing: people put a lot of onus on what Chase Young was going to do across from Bosa, right? And rightfully so, man. These are two freakish athletes, right? But hey, at the end of the day, man, y'all got it done. Y'all got the pressure on them, man.
Yeah.
The pressure.
You're right.
He stood up one damn person.
He sure did. He did. So he did. We won't get into the Super Bowl just yet because we got a week to go. So we'll let it breathe and get into it next week. Cool. I really don't too much care about the Pro Bowl and the festivities the Pro Bowl got going on. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not. Yeah, the Pro Bowl ain't what it. I missed the Pro Bowl when I was a kid. Aren't
they playing pickleball or something this year?
Dodgeball. I think they might be playing pickleball, but I know they're playing dodgeball for sure. And then of course, the flag football game. But
skills challenge and all that stuff.
Yeah. Rigged. Script writers. Do you believe any of that talk?
No.
Me neither.
No, I don't believe that, man. Listen, it was just a meltdown. That was another meltdown, dog. You know what I'm saying? There was a meltdown and y'all executed, right? Like, I can see why people would say that because some of those balls that they fucking dropped, some of those plays were just like, are you in the NFL, dog?
No, but they're saying that about every game because they're saying, you know, the Kansas City game too, and all these other. I mean, of course, but yeah, some of those balls, like I would, yeah, nigga, you supposed to have NFL hands,
Wide open.
but we've seen Kansas City receivers was dropping balls like that
Yeah,
throughout the whole season.
indeed. Indeed.
I mean,
That's why I don't buy it.
yeah, yeah,
It is what it is.
especially the whole script writer thing. And now we're seeing more talk of that and about the NBA too. I think Evan Turner was on somebody's podcast the other day talking about the NFL is script, not the NFL, the NBA is scripted, and to actually win the game, you got to win by 15, and this and that happened. And there's a lot of things behind the scenes that us that never been in the NBA or played don't know, and all this other shit. But whatever. All right, man. Our beloved Tar Heels. Over the weekend, we got a big win against Florida State, and then we followed that up by losing the game to Georgia Tech last night in the final seconds.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care. I do care, but I don't care. I mean, I feel like we'll be a better team for this weekend coming up. Would I have loved to win that game last night? Yes, but I think us talking about it, like where are we going to trip up, has softened that blow because it was expected. Not to Georgia Tech. I felt like it might have been to Florida State, but we got past Florida State. And even when you talked about the Wake Forest game, and we was in a tight one, and next thing you know, we blew past them. But one thing we, I guess, can take into account is our track record against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, from my foxhole, man, and what I saw, dog, basically, everything that could go wrong did go wrong, right? Didn't shoot the ball well. I mean, we beat them on the board by one overall. What do we have? 10 turnovers in the first half. Horrendous from the free throw line. Point guard, who's the engine of this whole thing, fouls out, right? And a no call at the end of the game. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster, man. Look, I'm not gonna say I'm not worried about it. And I didn't lose any sleep last night, so I guess I'm not worried about it. Like you said, I echo what you said and say that would I have liked for them to win the game? Of course, but Atlanta is not a fun place for the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill as a whole. No. And this is just another showing, another reason why we have to look at that, circle that any time that the boys head down there, man. So
yeah,
you know, the fact that they played so horribly again and they still had an opportunity to win the game,
right,
says a lot.
Yeah, if us losing this game means we blow somebody out Saturday, I'm all for it. One thing that frustrated me the whole time, I text you probably 2 or 3 times about it, is that high pick and roll.
Right.
They ran that shit to death, and we could not or did not stop it. 90% of the time they ran it, and even the white guy sitting next to me that was an older guy, Georgia Tech, I guess he might have been, I don't know, alum, he might have been in seat, I don't know, but he was just like, oh my God, they can't stop whatever they're doing. I'm looking at him like, sir, this high screen and roll is just, that shit is killing us.
You know who else did it?
Who, State? Not State.
UConn.
Who?
UConn. To death. To death. You hear me? Not to death, to death. UConn ran the same fucking play to that same bullshit to death. They did. Don't be surprised if you see it on Saturday, buddy.
Oh, listen, I would not be surprised with Filipowski and Roach seasoned, both of them seasoned, and I'm pretty sure Shire has that in the game footage, and that's on the damn chalkboard. It's on the whiteboard.
Come on, look at the losses. That's what they're gonna look at, the losses. Fuck the wins. I'm gonna study the losses. 2 of those losses have been pick and roll.
Clean that up. I'll be fine. Still leading the ACC.
Yeah.
A win Saturday, I don't think we drop too far if we drop it all. But at poll wise, I'm not worried about the poll. I still think we are in perfect position to be on the number 1 line at the end of the year. We continue, and 10-game winning streak. Joe Barry said 10-game winning streak. Sooner or later, these guys' legs are gonna get heavy. They're gonna be tired. That it's going to happen. So I mean, as like we said, as a fan, do we want to win this game? Yes, but reality is we wasn't going to go 38-3.
Right.
So and if I got to take us playing bad and still almost winning, I'm fine with it. That ref, I saw on the blogs that we never get favorable calls whenever whatever his name, Tony Gathers or whatever his name is, Tony Gaskins. We never get favorable calls when he is reffing our games. From what was being said, and this whole video out there, they put videos together.
Really?
Yeah. Never get favorable calls.
I was unaware, sir.
Yeah. So I saw something about just the whole reshaping of these conferences, and this guy was talking about there's a growing possibility, big possibility, that North Carolina could find its way out of the ACC.
Really?
Yeah. I guess far as everything that's going on, they supposedly North Carolina, Clemson, and there is another team have growing concerns and issues with the ACC, and the brand of North Carolina itself would probably benefit more by being somewhere else than in the ACC.
Like where?
I hell if I know, I don't know. But having the Tar Heels out of the ACC, I honestly can't see it. I can't see, that rivalry, and not say it would go down the drain, but of course it would be a one gamer. If we left, of course, football, you might not even see it. Well, you got to schedule that game. But what would be your thoughts on that? North Carolina leaving the ACC.
I just don't see it, man. I don't know what the benefit would be from it. I mean, what are we like? What it is, what it is, man. I mean, when you see people know what the fuck that is, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know shit about college, you know what the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with that being a power move. A power move to where? For who? For the school?
Right.
No. For who?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
For whatever conference they go to.
And there was no like set conference that they said that, but it was said that any conference would want a North Carolina to come there just because of what they bring.
I agree with that. Now, I agree with that. I thought I heard you say that Carolina would benefit.
Well, supposedly that Carolina would benefit, and the other conference would.
I'm not subscribing to that comment. No. But yes, it's another conference. Any conference on the planet would benefit from seeing Carolina go. Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't want to see it. And because does the ACC need North Carolina more than North Carolina needs the ACC? Yeah, probably, yeah. North Carolina could go if they were to go to SEC, that TV deal, money, everything else, probably it probably get bigger. But I would think that North Carolina could have his way in the ACC with whatever they ask for if it came down to that. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to see it. But with that, I guess we've probably seen Stranger. But
Say it again.
I said with that, I mean, we've probably seen stranger things happen in the world, but I don't see it happening and wouldn't want to see it happen. So
Yeah, no.
can go with it.
Duke, Carolina, man. Let's get to it.
Absolutely.
Let's just get.
No further ado. Duke, Carolina this weekend.
Yeah, 6 o'clock, 6:30, 6:30.
The next installment of the greatest rivalry. And there's no argument or debating on that around. So,
well, it's people up north. People up north out in the Midwest that claim that they think otherwise, but I don't see how. But
yeah, well, on the TV they said
bias.
Gonzaga and St. Mary is just as big as Duke and Carolina too. That's what I was watching the Gonzaga game last night, and they said Gonzaga and St. Mary. It was like, trust me, you're gonna love the Duke and Carolina game, but this Gonzaga St. Mary's game is just as heated, and some might even say it is better when you look at the landscape and how much Gonzaga has won in the last blah 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 years, and St. Mary has this and that. I'm like, oh my God, can we stop this? Because some people might say Kentucky and Tennessee or Kentucky and Louisville.
Anyway, all right. All right. Keys to victory for us, man. Obviously we got to slow down Roach and make sure that he doesn't get, because he gets it going, and when he gets going, bro, it's very, very hard to stop that young man.
Yeah.
As well, he and obviously Filipowski and the young guard they got from Australia, who was much taller, Proctor, who was much taller than I thought, and I knew coming into this year. We talked about it. Mm-hmm. Well, I talked about it. I told you he's going to be an issue this year. Mm-hmm. I knew it. I fucking knew it. And I think that he's going to be an issue on Saturday now. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that they can guard us, brother.
Me neither.
I don't think they can guard us.
Me neither. And I think that was going to be one of my hot takes that I told you I just wasn't really ready to make just yet. But I don't think that. But like I said, with the rivalry, I think a lot of that shit you got to throw out the window.
Yeah.
Roach is another one of them guards that I think you said this. He's kind of odd, unorthodox, or whatever else. And that's the Duke teams and guards that really bother me because the Jones boys gave us problems. I mean, I think they, as a family, they probably swept us. Probably.
Jones?
The Jones boys, Tyus and his brother.
Oh.
Yeah. And
yeah.
So, but one thing to add on to just this Georgia Tech game, I think that has to happen, that did not happen in this Georgia Tech game. We have to play our game. We have to make them play our game. If they're not running the floor with us, if they can bring the ball up how they want to, set up their offense, they don't have to worry about chasing us like our fast break and the secondary break and everything else. Like, we've won games to where, we've said, like, we're finding different ways to win the game, but we have to make the other team play our game. That's what we've been successful.
The bread, make them, the bread and butter for sure.
Right.
Baycott has to get some touches Saturday, though.
Yeah.
Ain't no way around it. Because, and I feel that way because at the end of the day, we need to get Filipowski off the court, man.
Right.
Keep his big ass off the court, man.
Right. And Cormac and Harrison Ingram have got to shoot better than 6 for 28.
Holy shit.
6 for 28.
I know, man. I know.
It has to happen.
Yeah. I know.
Did you know Ingram's sister goes to Duke?
Nope.
I think she's a star volleyball player. I didn't know that either till I think yesterday. She's a freshman. Well, I guess she actually she might be not a junior but a sophomore. I think she's a freshman though. But she got on campus before him, and he just happened to come to Carolina. But I think the pitch to get him to Carolina, an interesting story, real quick. He said one of the things that he told Coach Davis is that he needs 3 jerseys because he sweats so much. He has to change the jersey at halftime. He changes the jersey halfway through the second half or something because he sweats the jerseys out or some shit like that. But they promised him that, so that wasn't a big deal. And he had to have this so him and his sister could be closer or whatever if he can at Chapel Hill. So whatever. But yeah, just a tidbit. But they say he was in at a Duke volleyball game in a Duke shirt to support his sister. Yeah. But I guess that's common with them. They do shit like that, I guess. I don't know. But,
okay.
Yeah. Harrison, we don't need to see that. But yeah, I don't think they can play with us either. I don't think that they can run with us. I think we have a better team. But it's the rivalry. And a lot of times, like as I said, you could throw a lot of that, all that better team out the window.
Right. Agreed. We'll see. I think we come out. I think on Saturday we come out victorious.
I do too. I think this game might have been an eye opener at that. And so let's talk about this. In all honesty, what better time than to lose? If you're gonna lose a game, what better time to lose a game?
Yeah, definitely before this one. I'm not for losing, but
yeah, me neither. But
definitely before this one.
Right.
I mean, had you some humble pie, go back to the drawing board.
If you're gonna lose one, and I think we have the guys, the experience to say, hey, this is what happened, this is what needs to happen, and this is what didn't happen. So we gotta get better. But real quick before we leave, I guess it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, Taylor Swift had wore a jacket. It was basically like a jersey jacket.
Yeah.
That Juszczyk, which is a 49er player, his wife made it.
Right.
We've seen that before.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice there was a black lady that had made that. The NFL told her, no, you can't do that. You can't use our logos or whatever else.
Okay.
Taylor Swift wears one, and somebody else wore one, I guess another week, for the Detroit Lions. Juszczyk wife made one for a Detroit Lions spouse, and the NFL just gave her a deal.
Right.
To a license deal to use their logos and everything.
Right.
I just found that kind of interesting that, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate and say it's because she's the wife of an NFL player or because she's white or whatever.
But it has some, well, well, let's just be honest. It's about, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the lady who was making them before, I'm sure she had excellent pieces. But again, what's the NFL going to benefit from that? That's what it's about. How can the NFL benefit from that? The NFL can benefit from Taylor Swift wearing
3.5 billion, right? Million, right? Was it million or billion? I think it's 3.5 million. Yeah.
What?
That they've revenue that generated since she's been attending games.
I thought it was 33 million.
You're right. 33. Well, I say 3 point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just another thing. Like at the end of the day, the NFL, they're gonna get a piece of that pie too. I mean, them jackets, just don't tell them how much the jacket's gonna go. She want to charge for motherfucking jacket now, dog. Mm-hmm. Charge whatever the fuck she want to charge.
Top of the line.
It's gonna sell, dog.
Yeah.
But they're nice jackets now.
Mm-hmm.
Nice jackets.
Yeah.
Hats off to her.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. There was a so Florida is they've trying to pass a bill that bans anyone under the age of 16 to be on, what is it? It's either social media or downloading apps. Let me make sure I'm quoting it right, because I don't want to mislead anybody. But I saw that the other day and I was like, anyway, until I find it. If that is the case, what are your thoughts on that?
Banning social media, or I've never heard of that, so I'm curious to know what it is, which one it is. You say either downloading or
Hold on. Let me where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Damn. I just had it. I just had it. Anyway, oh, Florida's trying to ban social media for kids under the age of 16 years old.
ban it altogether.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for instance, how North Carolina did porn. So if you are trying to access porn, because I don't know how they do it, because I haven't tried to look at porn in the state of North Carolina, but you have to put in some kind of credentials. You upload a picture of your license, your state license, state ID, or whatever, and whatever. So I guess that's what Florida is aiming for.
Wow. I mean, I would be curious to know as to the reasoning behind it. I mean, look, man, social media is a part of a vast majority of people's everyday life, every walk of life, every age. Like, I don't understand what or why this is going to happen, or what they're trying to do with it. But I can't agree with it. Like, no, for what?
Yeah. So there's an article on how it will be enforced. I guess we can talk about it more because this just came out, how they'll enforce it. Which, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. You do have children under the age of 16, and you have one that will, if not already on social media, will be on social media pretty soon. So it says Florida House of Representatives approved bill to ban social media for kids under the age of 16. That was six days ago. So I guess it has, of course, it has to go up further than that, but we'll get more into that. We never talked about the bodies that were found behind this jail in Mississippi.
Well, listen, man, that is some wild, spaced out shit.
200, right?
I don't know how many it was.
I think it was 200, a total of up to.
But regardless, finding anybody's behind a damn jail is crazy. Finding one is crazy, let alone whatever the number it was, man. Look, we know that they don't play by the rules in Mississippi, dog. So, it's just horrible, man. Somebody needs to fucking answer to that for that shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. Will it get swept under the rug? Prayerfully not. But the nation needs answers, dog.
Yes, indeed. And now these families that have been looking for their loved ones and don't know what happened have answers, but not the important answers of how did this happen and why.
Right, like what era, what do you tell someone that, when a person dies in jail? Like, I don't know what the process is. Are they properly to state, so they're not able to have funerals? Like, what does that look like?
Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea.
I'll look into that.
To even like to cover it up like that. I mean, I want, like, Because I mean, I know some of the story, but just for what happened, what happened to where that first body was found, and then made them start looking, and oh damn, here's number 2. Oh, we got another one over here, one here, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
and then I mean, you would think it'd be bigger news than what it is. There should be some kind of outrage, motherfuckers marching, protesting, which I'm probably sure there is some on a very small scale because it's not nationwide that we're hearing about this. Definitely not worldwide, but you would think.
Well, here's the thing. And some old, fat, nasty, greasy, filthy, disgusting person that's sitting back getting fat off of, well, pockets getting fat off of being owners of jails or whatever, that's getting money off this thing, dog, they don't give a shit.
No, they're gonna let them off the hook, as you said earlier. That's
society, in society's mind, man, the jail system is not, it is for, people to be put away and, never to return in most cases, right? Even though we know that it's supposed to be for rehabilitation. That's what it was set up for. But that's just not the way we use it.
no, at all. At all. Condolences to the family that have members out there that are still looking, and definitely to those that are still looking, but and to the other ones that have found their family members back there. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are bodies out there that's unclaimed, and people still looking for bodies that are family members that have been in this police custody or went to jail, and from there they don't know what happened or where they at.
Right.
Let's talk about Niki and Meg the Stallion.
Okay.
So if you've been on a rock, you would not know that Meg the Stallion released if you want to call it a diss track, we'll call it that. She's not calling it that. Aimed at a number of people, most notably Nicki Minaj. And in return, Nicki released a diss track that she's not calling a diss track.
Okay.
Aimed at Meg the Stallion. And there we are.
Right.
Have you listened to both?
I've heard snippets of both, man. Okay. Like, honestly, these are not two rappers or artists that are particularly my cup of tea. I'll just be honest about it, right? But I did hear snippets. It sounds like if I had to say which one was better, I would say that his is better than the stuff that I heard Nicki say. Look, I don't know. At one point, I thought that they were cool. I mean, like, relationships, sometimes go south, and I get it, man. But is it entertaining? I guess. But like, at the end of the day, bro, just stay in your lane and make your money, dog. Like, what do we? I mean, and another thing, when it comes down to these rappers, man, some of them, they keep it cute, but these women are hitting below the belt.
Yeah, they don't like each other. But is that too far fetched from, I guess, from the women that we see in the spotlight, far as in the social media, the entertainers, the whoever, video vixens? I don't think it's too far fetched that, I mean, to think that these women just really don't like each other.
Well, it's obvious they don't like each other, brother.
Yeah. So I'll agree with you. I honestly, I think his is the better song. I guess some of the lyrics and punchlines and entendres. I would give that to Bigfoot.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, Bigfoot. Oh, Bigfoot, gotta get up on your good foot. But yeah. I would say his is the better song, better radio song, and these days you have the radio or spotlight songs, and a lot of people are more into that. Then you have the crowd that are more side B type people. I love a good side B song. I mean, some of my favorite songs by some of people's favorite artists aren't even the songs that you would hear on the radio. Not saying that that's the thing with Nicki and Meg, because I'm like you. Neither one of these are any rapper that I particularly am going to play an album and listen to. Don't have a favorite. There might be some songs that I like, Monster for Nicki, and maybe, but there's nothing I'm particularly into or want to listen. It's not my cup of tea, like you said. I I like rap beef when it's good rappers and they're actually rapping. Um, and this ain't it. It's not it. It's not it. Had we got the back and forth with Drake and Pusha, I would have loved that, but we didn't get it. I liked the Nas and Jay-Z. I mean, it's the kissing beans. I mean, I like rap beef, but when it's good and they're actually rapping. This Eminem and Benzino shit, let's
Trash.
yeah, let's stop it, man. Like, and both of them, they're not saying nothing that they didn't say 25 years ago about each other.
It's trash. It's just trash.
Yeah. So I posted on Facebook, yeah, Nicki and Meg need to wrap this shit up ASAP. Like, let's get this shit out the way. Y'all go get your money and do what you got to do. They're two very successful women making music. And that's where they should keep it and let the lines be drawn. Nicki is Nicki. Nicki, who I mean, you can't knock or doubt anything about her, what she's done in the rap game. If you're a numbers person, I'm not particularly a numbers person. I don't care about the stats and the charts and all that other shit, but I mean, by that metric, she is one of the greats.
Yeah.
But what that shit she put out, wasn't it?
I mean, like you said, metric wise, yeah. And I mean, yeah, I listened to it. Pink Friday 2. Was that the latest one? Pink Friday. The latest
2? One, yeah, Friday 2 again. I listened to some of it. I'm not gonna lie.
I listened to it, and it was actually okay. Mm-hmm. It was actually okay. I did listen to it. I haven't listened to anything that Meg's put out. Sadly. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, I mean, the content is different too.
Of course.
You probably you don't want to hear about whatever Meg has to talk about. Probably just like you like Lotto. Lotto's gonna give you a bunch of everything different. I do
like Lotto.
Versus what the City Girl's gonna give you. You're gonna hear, the same shit in this. That's probably not gonna be your cup of tea of what the fucking City Girls are talking about. Just like it ain't mine.
I do like Lotto.
I understand that 100%. Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you listened to the album.
A few times.
Okay, a few times. My man. What are your thoughts?
Quite a few times.
Okay.
I'm going to give it, honestly, a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. You definitely can hear, I think it's a mix between him growing as an artist and him catering to an A&R a tad bit.
Okay, so this is more of this is his first Def Jam record, so it's more of
right. So I get it.
Yeah.
I do like his beat selection for sure.
Okay.
I like that. I like that he still kept it Griselda on a few songs.
And Hit Boy.
And yeah, right.
Okay.
And so what you add all that, and I saw what he was trying to do. You add all that, trying to give us a plethora of different sounds, and he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely spitting bars. Again, I could tell that this was a major label release based on how he was spitting in some of the songs. Okay. And that's my only thing about it. That's the only thing I'm like, all right, Benny can go way harder than this.
Uh-huh. So you feel like he pulled it back a little bit.
I think so.
Okay. I get it. Yeah. Now that you say it sounds that way, like it's more
commercial.
Yeah, as it's more polished than what we come to know from Griselda. It's a little more like Griselda's usually a little more rough around the edges.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the expectation.
Yeah,
that's the expectation. However, I didn't necessarily know. I get it, but I didn't necessarily know that I was going to hear that in the bars. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's still spitting now.
Okay.
Let me not take anything from the man. He's still spitting, and his storytelling is better than I anticipated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Storytelling is better than I anticipated. So hats off to Benny the Butcher, man. One of my faves, one of your faves, of course. And all around it's a good album. 7 out of 10 is damn good, actually, for me.
I like it. I like it. Especially I was thoroughly pleased after the first 5 songs. After the first 5, 6, maybe 7, it kind of dropped off a little for me, but it wasn't a big. I mean, I was like, okay, I can definitely this definitely has a lot of a big replay value for me, and that's hard for me to say about a lot of some of the albums that I have in my damn library right now that's came out in the last X amount of months. But I saw him somewhere he was quoted as saying someone asked him about J. Cole, why he didn't do another J. Cole feature. He said he's not gonna tear my ass up on 2 albums back to back.
Yeah, he said, yeah. He was talking to Beat Out about that.
Yeah, he was like,
he was talking to Beat Out about that.
Yeah, he said he gonna tear my ass up on 2 albums back to back. He said maybe next one, and he said maybe next one, and maybe y'all will hear a chick song. Yeah.
Well, you go. Hey, I don't know if you want to fuck with J. Cole on a chick song either. I'm not too sure you want to do that.
No. I had Christian Rock up there, but I don't want to talk about that shit. I'm pretty sure you saw that stupid ass tattoo on the side of her face, right?
Christian Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't. All I'll say is, man, the things people do for attention and money, man.
Oh my God.
I just don't understand it, though. I don't get it. I'll never get it. Man. That's wild. You did all that to. Didn't she laser remove the joint on her neck and end up getting it on her face?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's wild. What are we doing? Yeah, ain't this man married?
I believe so. Yeah, to his other baby mom. Listen, like you said, attention is like this shit is a hell of a drug. Like the things that people are doing for that is wow. Like
yeah, bro.
I was having this talk with somebody. We can get into it later, but I'm gonna preface it. Like the whole you gotta apply pressure shit. Like a lot of these motherfuckers show you that apply pressure shit. You can throw that shit out the window, because all you got to do is be, as me and you know, the right nigga or the right woman. These motherfuckers going to do whatever the fuck they want to do to get your attention or to be around you. It like that pressure shit really don't fucking matter. If you the right nigga, these motherfuckers will give you the keys of their car and just say, hey, don't be having no bitches riding in my car.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you're someone's pick, then they're gonna
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you ain't gotta even apply no fucking pressure. You know what I mean? But you know, and add this in, like she's crashing out. I guess if that's what you want to call it, like the shit they got going on is fucking insane, dog. There was a picture, someone screenshot a picture of her holding a baby on IG Live, and it was a doctor had basically said that and I'm not here to talk about nobody baby how it looks, but the baby looks like it has some kind of syndrome, but they're saying that this doctor is saying that from the looks of everything that they're seeing, that this baby has fetal alcohol syndrome, basically heavy drinking while she was pregnant.
yeah.
Which, am I surprised? I would probably not. She was probably coked up and all kind of drugs. From what we've seen from them, but damn. Prayers and thoughts.
Yeah, hope that's not true, man.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither at all. Vince McMahon. Vince Wild Boy McMahon. Because that nigga is wild. If all this shit is true, which it looks to be true from text message and everything. So for those that don't know, Vince McMahon is being accused of sex trafficking in a new lawsuit. There is a woman that was formerly employed by the WWE, and she claims that Vince McMahon ordered her, bossed her, had her perform multiple sex acts, perform in orgies, threesomes. At one point in time, he had her do a threesome while he shitted on her and wanted her to play with the shit while she continued to get fucked by these other men. He in the text messages, he talked about big black dicks a whole lot. I don't know what his infatuation is with big black dicks, but I haven't even read all the text messages, but from what was being posted, you know, he referenced big black dicks a whole lot of times. Like I want basically telling her he want to see a big black dick in her mouth. He want to see a big black dick in her ass. He want to see her sitting on a big black dick. And I'm like, what the fuck Vince got going on with big black dicks, man? Like, the fuck is good? Like, but so I'm pretty sure you grew up watching wrestling like I did. Never in a million years had I thought that um we'd be talking about some Vince McMahon sexual scandal, sex trafficking, whatever.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you, man. He's definitely a wild boy, man, and you know, talking about some of that stuff that's going on, like I don't even want to get into it. Bottom line is that it's filthy.
Right.
Man, Vince went out crazy, but people got their vices and some kinky, some kinked up, fucked up people out here, dog. Right?
Yeah.
That man want to get wet. I tell somebody this, like, hey, it don't matter if it's the chairman of a Fortune 500 or the garbage man. You want to get wet, dog. And he got something that drives him, and he got something that moves him. And man, you know, if he did that shit to that woman, dog, shame on him, man.
Right. And the thing is that money hides a lot. So these motherfuckers, like the shit that they got going on is like they can hide so much. Since that he's been so as of last week, there was a company named TKO, if I'm not mistaken, that bought the WWE or partnered with the WWE. WWE and TKO signed a $5 billion deal with Netflix. So Monday Night Raw will be exclusively on Netflix starting, I guess, sometime middle of this year.
Right.
Also with that, The Rock was named one of the board members of this company, TKO, and with that, he gained all rights to the name The Rock. So anything dealing with The Rock belongs to him. And he solely benefits off of it, which that name rings bells. I mean, anything that, so, but they announced that Vince McMahon is no longer a part or affiliated with the WWE or TKO, which is a smart move. Like all this shit going on,
He stepped down.
yeah, we're gonna distance it. But I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
he stepped down.
it ain't too much going on that he's not probably going. It's just probably one of those behind the back things, because you never make me believe that Puff don't still have nothing to do with Revolt. Just like I'm pretty sure public wise, Vince ain't gonna have nothing to do with these companies, but maybe somewhere behind the scene, or maybe just a family member. Hey, I'm not gonna be here, but guess what? You got it, Shane. You got it, Stephanie.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like, man, but yeah, he did step down. And I think there was nothing left for him to do but do that, bro.
Yeah. You know, we all got our kinks and our likes, nigga, but like some of the shit that comes out, I just like these motherfuckers are sick, my nigga.
Agreed.
Never in my wildest dreams. How do you feel about age gaps, dating?
You know what? Here's the thing. When it comes down to age and gaps, man, I think it's you have to look at I look at intentions, man, and unfortunately, I can't tell you what someone's intentions are because I'm not them. I can only be me. But it's scary. It's scary as fuck because you look at it and you say, hey, okay, well, this is okay. This might be okay for two people that you have a thought about, you have thoughts about. Oh, these are two good people. They love each other. That's a loving person. That's a loving person. Doesn't matter their age. They love each other. Then it's just all about how you view someone. But for me, and that's just how the human brain works, bro. For me.
We've talked about this before, and I think both of you and I have said, at our age right now, dating 21, 22-year-old, just thinking about it would be hard because you are trying, or we was trying to like figure out what would that look like, or what would we even have in common, or to talk about.
I'm not doing it, brother.
Like, what can I talk to this 21-year-old about?
Nothing. I'm not doing it. Would never.
I don't know. And I asked that because, of course, everything going around right now is, of course, Drea and Jalen Green.
Right. So for those who don't know about, most know about who Drea is, social media darling, beautiful woman. Right. What was she on? How real basketball? What was she on basketball Wise?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Something like that. I'm not sure. But she's 39 years old, and now she is pregnant by a young man by the name of Jalen Green, who plays for the Houston Rockets, who is 21 years old.
Yeah.
And that's why I said what I said, because at the end of the day, I don't know what her intentions are, right? I can only go off of what it looks like, or what social media shows, or what the media says, or whatever. And that's unfortunate that, that's the only thing that I have to go off of. But if I had to say it, like, it looks like some predatory shit. I have to agree with Joe Budden.
It does. But with that, well, yeah. So that it does. And I think it'd probably be case by case basis. We have to look at it and see, okay, what does it look like? Okay, this does look predatory. This probably doesn't, because they look.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. So Gayle King was dating a man for 2 months. She said she was feeling him. Everything she liked about him was what she was looking for in a man. She said around the 2 month
Okay.
mark, he asked her to borrow $4,000 to pay. He was behind on child support payments.
Okay.
Gayle King being who she is, it wasn't an issue. She got 4,000. That's probably a drop in the bucket to her.
Okay.
Um, and the way she felt about this man, it wasn't an issue. She gave him the money, and he paid her right back. Like, kept his word. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Gave her the money right back. But once that happened, she said she never looked at him after giving him the money and him giving it back. She never looked at him or felt the same about him after that.
Okay. Did she say why?
Basically because she couldn't get over it. I don't know if it was because she had to give him money or what. I don't know.
Okay, so basically, it sounds like she didn't feel the same way because maybe she felt like she was a crutch. She was being a crutch for him, or she was like maybe she's not with that type of shit. Maybe I mean, obviously, Gayle doesn't want to be taken care of. I mean, the odds of her fucking finding a man that's going to take care of her or be more financially well off than she is going to be pretty slim. I mean, they are out there, but I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Gayle King, like let's be real.
True.
I mean, hey man, you know that money changes things, man. It changes a whole lot, man. It'll change your outlook on a lot of shit. Maybe she felt used, even though he gave her money back. Maybe she felt like that, right? Right? Maybe she didn't think that money would come into play because he wouldn't. Obviously, it's a double-headed sword because he wouldn't ask her unless he knew she had it
Mm-hmm.
because of who she is.
So, how do you feel about loaning out money to somebody you're intimately involved with?
Personally, I don't mind
Me,
if I could do it.
me neither. Does of course it does, but the length of time that y'all have been dealing with each other, how much of a factor is that?
Well, it's not a fact. It's about how I feel about it.
Okay.
It's about how I feel.
Okay.
Can't put time on feeling. You can't put time on feelings.
No,
Put time on feelings, bro.
but that's with a level head, smart thinking. Yeah, but a lot of people will tell you different. But I, I I'm money to me, money. Um, there's so many different valuables with it, and that makes like it is a touchy and hard thing for I think any relationship, whether it's you're intimately involved with someone, family, friends. I mean, I think when that comes into play, there's so many other things like that affects and fucks up.
Yeah,
If the people let it, the two people let it, and more times than not, it that's what happens.
yeah,
We've seen it from the biggest of stars to family members. People fall out and never get back, never fuck with each other again because of money.
yeah. Well, I think it's for most of the reasons. I think one is about people look at how they make their money or what they had to do to make their money, and they hold it close to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, which in turns is just for you to give it away to the next person, or let the next person borrow it with the possibility of not getting a return. I think that bothers people, and also too, you know, again, it's about for some, it's also about, hey, well, am I being used?
Right.
That's the big thing, I think.
Right. And so that would have to be that thing when I look at that Gayle King situation, because it's rare. I think it's rare that, when you say, okay, I found the person that they embody everything that I'm looking for from someone, relationship wise, they're the perfect person. Everything about them was, what I want. But this one thing happened, and
But I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that one of the things that she saw in this man was that he didn't come at her for bread.
non-negotiable. Yeah. Okay.
I bet that was one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I bet she didn't. Obviously, she was blindsided by it.
Probably.
That's why she feels the way she feels. If I had to guess.
Let's go a little deeper. Where, because we know who Gayle King is and who she's affiliated with, and everything. That's Oprah's best friend, right? So
Yeah.
how does a man that needs, and it happens, a man that needs $4,000 find himself in the same room having that conversation with Gayle King to even get that foot in the door to where they are now in a 2-month relationship?
Hey man, maybe she wanted to go against the grain. I don't know. Maybe she wanted to go against the grain, man. The stars aligned for cuz. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? City's
Did
ways
they?
up.
Did they? And as we always say, shoot and shoot. Like the motherfuckers like, oh shit, nigga, I'm in the
Hey,
room with Gayle fucking King.
hey, that nigga crossed the half court and let it rip. You hear me? And let it rip, boy. Bombs away, boy. You hear me?
That nigga did the one leg floater.
Did a goddamn dirt step, one leg dirt on their ass, bro. From about
Oh
40.
my god. Nigga said, open lane. I got a clear shot at this bat. Yeah. Like that's crazy, nigga. Just to imagine you just happen to just turn around and your celebrity crush is right there in the room with you. Nigga doing all the checks, sniffing under the arm, checking your breath.
Hey, doing it all, bro. Doing it all, bro.
What was
I
that?
don't.
Swing for the fences.
Hey, man. Shit get wild, man. You know what? I've been in a situation like that one time, man. One time. And guess what? Nigga, I did not say a word. I didn't say a word. And this particular celebrity, I saw them looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
My man said, bro, she on you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She on you. She's on you. And I'm like, nah, she ain't on me, even though I knew it. And I sat back, bro. I sat back. And sometimes I regret it to this day.
Yeah. Like, motherfucking nigga.
Because I knew it.
All the times as a sniper, I got cold feet this one time.
Man, had a jam, did not perform sports.
Damn, yeah.
You hear me?
Nigga ain't hit the forward assist or nothing.
Did not perform sports, boy.
Damn.
Sat there, boy, quiet as a motherfucker.
Man.
I brought that shit up to my partner about 2 weeks ago. Said, bro, why you ain't slap me in my mouth? I said, you better go get that. You better get up off your ass, go get that.
Yeah.
Memories. It's all good.
So the honeymoon phase, as far as in dating, talking, is there or should there be a specific time frame on it?
Oh, that's ridiculous. No. You mean honeymoon phase as far as like how you feel about a person, like y'all being in love,
to where you advance to a more serious relationship? Because of course, you start out by dating, getting to know. At some point in time, of course, things are going to transition into being more serious to where there might be titles, right?
Okay.
So as most time as men, and I'm not going to speak for all men, but I found myself cool with whatever we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times to where I have dealt with women. I mean, hell, you could say it's been a year, maybe a little over a year, to where we were still in that, hell, she's staying over at my house. If she ain't staying over my house, I'm staying over her house. We were with each other all the time, but there was no titles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I have gotten the what are we question times and always find myself, able to slip the jab on that shit or whatever else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you have done that before. We, as men, we have all done it. But,
okay.
And I guess, I don't know if that would be the honeymoon phase, but as a man, when do you find yourself trying to transition out of, I guess, so said honeymoon phase? Or have you found yourself being comfortable with whatever was happening?
Well, I think, first, the honeymoon, what I consider a honeymoon phase, and what it would be when people first get together and they are a couple, and it's more about infatuation with one another and doing certain things and being spit kitten over one another. Okay. But I think key is in the honeymoon phase that you got to be with that person, like officially with that person. Mm-hmm. But I think what you're talking about, you're saying like, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're asking me if there's a time frame on like it not being titled and we just doing what we're doing. We're a thing, but we're not a couple.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, no, man, I think it's just about having a conversation with whomever you're talking to, whomever you're dealing with. Like you said, the what are we is eventually going to come up from someone. Mm-hmm. But no, there's no time frame on it, man. I mean, if two people are happy with one another and they're happy with the situation and what that they are in, then why complicate it?
More times, I think more times than not, it don't always happen that way. I think the women are ready to move into the next phase or step before, in my experiences, anyway.
In your experiences, okay. Yeah, well, in the experiences that I've had too, I can second that. I can second that. Yeah, but I don't think it's a time frame though, man. Like, bro, we cool, we rocking out, we down for one another, we whatever. If there's an understanding, we have things that's laid out on the table as far as what we expect and what we don't expect. What the fuck is the title?
I agree 100% with that, but of course, when that "what are we" question does come up, there implies there needs to be a title.
Good luck.
Should your partner have full access to you and your life?
Nobody.
When I say full access, like phone password, social media password, access to bank accounts, all that shit. Nothing. So no.
Negative.
So what limited access do they have? Well, are you willing to give up? I don't got the crickets up here on the floor. So let's talk about privacy first. Because you require a level of privacy for yourself.
Yeah, I ain't doing that, bro. I don't want your passcodes, none of that, and you ain't gonna get mine. I ain't going through your phone. You don't go through mine. I ain't going for that. I don't want to do it. I'm cool on all that. It doesn't.
Okay.
No, I don't want none of that. I've dealt with women who have sat there and told me, like, if I didn't have my phone around, they told me what their passcode was, and I did not remember it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I didn't remember it. But I've also had times where I did remember shit, and I did go looking many moons ago, and I found what the fuck I was looking for, and it was not pretty. So I'm cool on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I don't want to know it. Listen, but I'm the same way. Don't, if you give me that pass, I'm not gonna remember it.
I'm
Hell,
not, bro.
a woman could say, "Hey, can you grab that blah 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 my purse for me and bring it to me?" And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring the whole purse to you. I'm not
Take the
grabbing
whole
shit out.
purse.
Here go your purse.
Unless it's my shit.
Yeah.
Like if I hand you my wallet, if I'm, because I have a tendency that when I'm out and about or drinking or whatever the case may be, I know I might get a little loose or whatever. I'm swiping the swipe and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I might hand my wallet over. Now I'll go into your shit to get my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that. But as far as like, nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna bring it to you as well. I'm with you on that, bro.
Yeah, but I think I mean, I know where I stand on the access and full access. I'm not one to give out my the password to my phone. I don't see the need for someone to have the password to my social medias, access to the bank. I mean, are you willing to do a joint account?
I am willing to do a joint account.
I am as well. And I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna get into the stipulations that we may have or whatever we want to do with that, because that, that's for another time. But I think that, as to me, that's where we go with the access. And anything else that we come up with, far as within the relationship, if it's a marriage, for house, car, all this other stuff, then of course that stuff comes naturally. But I don't see a need for someone to have the social media passwords, or what exactly do you need them for?
Oh man,
Are you posting on my social media?
Why would you do something stupid like that?
Exactly. So what do you need them? What do you need it for? What are you gonna do on my social media that you can't do on yours?
Lurk.
Exactly. So for someone to say, and this ain't happened, if for anyone out there says anything, because someone will say it's a level of trust or whatever else. It don't got nothing to do with anything that you might be thinking about. Someone want to lurk or someone want to be sneaky. Oh, it's just, your partner. Like, if you trust
It's not
me
a
enough,
mother.
yeah, I don't
It's
know.
not,
I don't
it's
get
not a motherfucker on the planet that I trust 100%. So at the end of the day, bro, sue me. You won't get my shit. Keep your shit. Sign, seal, the motherfucker delivered, though.
No. All right. Unapologetic truths. Oh,
yes, sir.
Before we get to that, real quick, Valentine's Day on leap year. Do you know anything about it?
Nope.
All right, so me neither. So I saw this earlier. So usually Valentine Day, it usually falls on the man's shoulders to come up with something romantic, to do something, or what. Even though we always say, look, this day is for men and women, right? It usually comes down to you and what you want to do, or, well, not what you want to do, but taking this woman out and doing whatever for her, right? So on leap year, which this is a leap year, and I read this in a magazine, and then I saw it online. So I dug more into it and looked it up. But so on leap year, it's supposed to be the other way around. The woman is supposed to ask you, are you going to be her Valentine, or to be her Valentine? And it's usually usually she takes it upon herself to take the lead. And this is a tradition that, I mean, is more practiced more in the deep South. Asked the homegirl about it. She's from Montgomery, Alabama, and she said, "Yeah, that's I know exactly what you're talking about. This is what we do."
Yeah, I never heard that, man. It's
Me neither.
interesting though.
Me neither. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna see what we get from that. But I'm posting on social media. But Unapologetic Truths.
Sure.
We can get out of here. Where we at? I need to put these shit on a regular page. All right. Oh. What is one lie you keep getting told by social media that doesn't relate to your real life experience?
What is one lie that that social media is trying to push on me?
Let's just say social media world in general, that one lie that keeps getting pushed on you or told, or you're led or try to be led to believe that in your real life experience isn't true.
That you got to have all these you got to have a major amount of money to be with a woman. That's bullshit.
I subscribe to that.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, who the fuck? Like, man, where you find these weirdos that are putting a price tag on how much you make yearly, annually, man?
I subscribe to that.
They're fucking weirdos.
That goes back to the whole apply pressure talk too. Like, you just got to be that right man, the right nigga. That's it. And the same thing with a woman, because a woman with the right man, this nigga gonna be climbing walls and scaling buildings to get to you and peek in your window, make sure you ain't doing it. Like, niggas gonna do. There's women that niggas do crazy things over, just like vice versa. So yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you
right.
ain't. And we just talked about it. Shit, this nigga didn't have $4,000 and he dating Gayle King. Gayle King, multi-millionaire.
There you go.
That was a good one. Damn. One lie I keep getting told. Well, so I'll go with the dating aspect too. I'll say that my dating or love life would be so much better if I was 6 feet tall. I'll go with that. Gotta be tall. The women like height. I've never had a problem.
But it's also women that like shorter dudes too. Like
I've never had a problem with women that claim they don't like shorter dudes.
There you go, brother.
I mean,
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it where
it's subjective.
I've seen it, bro.
I don't know how this got to. Okay. Could you trust a woman that seemingly is hiding? Well, hold on. How is this shit worded? All right. I'll reword this because this shit ain't even coming out right. You find out that your partner is a habitual liar, but they have never lied to you. How do you feel about that?
If I found out that they are a habitual liar, but they've never lied to me, I won't know if they lied to me.
As far as you can tell,
yeah, but as far as I can tell, they didn't lie to me. Well, then shit, bro. Maybe they've changed what the fuck they do. I don't fucking know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely gonna be on edge. Like, if you find some information like that, you're gonna keep that shit in the back of your head, bro.
Right.
You really are. You're gonna keep it in the back of your head, like, bro, this nigga bullshit or what? Bro? This nigga selling me wolf tickets or what? If you find out some shit like that, dog. You know what I'm saying? You are, bro. Like,
nigga, that shit is funny. Just imagine, like, you just sit beside your girl and she on the phone, you just looking like, you are a liar. Bitch lie for no reason.
Yeah, like yeah. Yeah, dog.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, she's never lied to you, but you just like you just sitting there listening to her tell her homegirls like this bitch ain't told the truth. Not one time did she like
Facts.
oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would care too much. I mean, is that even a conversation you have? Be like, babe, why do you lie so much?
Probably not.
Oh,
Probably not.
yeah, it'd definitely be in the back of your mind. Would it make you doubt a lot of what they're telling you?
Possibly.
And that
I
can be
don't. No. I can't say it'll make me doubt a lot. Or would it like doubt a lot? But you're definitely going to listen to. You're going to listen more to the things that you're being told, and you're going to question it, even if you don't say it verbally. You're going to question it, like in your mind, like,
yeah,
I
analyzing that.
don't know. Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Last one. How do you love yourself?
By not taking shit off anybody, by making sure that your well-being, you put your well-being first, by understanding that without you loving yourself, you can't love anyone properly.
Okay.
Yeah, in a nutshell, man.
Yeah, I think within the last couple of months, maybe even a year, I know definitely since the summer, I've made more of a conscious effort to make things more about me for myself. And if someone want to listen and they hear selfish, then so be it. But I felt like, this is the time. I fulfilled my obligation to the Army. My youngest daughter is in college, so I feel like it's time to enjoy the fruits of my labor and make things more about me. Hell, shit. Last night I went to watch Tar Heels. I've watched Tar Heels more this season than I've watched, you know, any other season, and still trying to catch another one, maybe two more games. So, I want to do more things that pleases me.
Okay.
And make because I felt like I've done enough of trying to please everybody else and be there for other people. And I you don't expect that from your kids, but you look at family or friends or whoever else, and sometimes you like, mm, I'm doing a lot of giving, it's a lot of taking, but it ain't no real quick funny story real quick. I don't know how true this is, but my dad was talking about giving out Christmas presents. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna give all my kids $100. He's like, and basically the ones that stay with that's around there, that's with him now. He's like, and they better not ask me for nothing else. Give all my kids $100 for Christmas. I'm like,
okay.
He told me that, so I'm like, I am one of his kids. So
yeah.
Christmas came around, and he told me he had a present for me.
All right.
And he went, bought it back, and it's like a chess set. Chess, checkers, backgammon, all that other shit. So I'm just looking at it like, this ain't no $100, but I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just like, and the funny or crazy thing about it is I don't play chess. And he asked me, do I play chess? And I told him I don't play chess. So
prior to you getting the gift.
Right. So I was just looking at it like and I was thinking to myself, like, I hope you ain't give the rest of these motherfuckers $100 and give me a fucking chess. Knowing I don't play chess. My nigga, what are you doing? But I mean, so
he already had that shit. He already had that shit set.
But you know, I didn't ask nobody else. I didn't. Hey, what pop get you for Christmas? I didn't. But you know, it is what it is, man. But I just thought about that when you know, just loving myself and doing more for myself, and you know, but you know, yeah. But I was telling Sharita, I'm like, you know, my dad said he's gonna give everybody $100 and gave me a chess set. Whatever. All right, let's close it out, my nigga.
Hey man, shout out. That's funny as shit. Shout out to you, big dog, for keeping this thing afloat, man. Shout out to our viewers, our listeners, man. We appreciate you. Shout out to my support system, man. Shout out to the Tar Heels, man. Bring this shit home come Saturday. Shout out to my partner Justin, man. Down there in North Carolina, man. He's gonna tomorrow be the anniversary of his partner's death, man. It's 1 year anniversary, man. And so big dog, I love you, man. I'm praying for you, man. And you know, I wish I could be there in person, you know, but rest assured, you know, we will chop it up and you know, I got you for life, dog. And as always, mental health is real. Myself and Reg, we may not be subject matter experts on the matter, but before you harm yourself or you harm others, please tap into the Unapologetic Pod on IG and or Facebook, or individual IGs and or Facebook, and I can assure you, get you the help that you need. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Absolutely. You know, I appreciate you 100% and just, you know, getting on and rocking out with me, man, and just us talking shit and doing our thing. As always, everybody like, share, subscribe, and thank y'all for always tuning in and supporting us, to our loyal listeners that, you know, especially the ones that been here since day one, and continue. I appreciate it. And you know, my family, my loved ones, my friends, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the input and everything. And I'm just overwhelmed with all the support and love. We got some guests coming up. I got people that want to come on. They're asking to be on. I'm trying to, you know, get different types of people, entrepreneurs. I mean, everybody, some of everybody, but we'll see. Got to find the right timing, but we'll make it happen. But once again, like, share, subscribe. And this is Dre, Reg. Y'all know who we are. As always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. We will see y'all next week. We out of here.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.